10 to 12 teams have inquired about LeBron James' services, and you made a point that I had not heard.
That it's tampering if Rich engages with them.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure Rich, who's a really smart guy, said, thank you for your interest. Call me back July 1st.
Call me back after he's free.
But in a guy in Rich's position, it's good to know. And this, I'll say this. Smart general managers, smart teams engage in all sorts of conversations.
Right.
They walk right up to the rule, occasionally step over the line.
Yep.
Jim Buss used to tell me when he was running the Lakers that, but when we do it, we'll get caught. And I said, you still have to do it.
Right.
You still have to get on the phone, and I think the Lakers have finally figured that out. I think when they hired Rob, they brought a major leaguer to the negotiation.
Yeah.
Because Rob was an agent. He knew how the world worked. Now, if he has interest in a player, even a player under contract,
right,
Rob will send a note to the agent and say, hey, I know I can't engage in negotiations, but just want to let you know I'm a big fan of your guy.
Right.
And then that's how that happens.
Yeah.
That's how they got KCP.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, they're allowed to negotiate with LeBron because there are reports that
the Lakers have exclusive negotiating rights with LeBron until July 1st.
Right.
And that's why Windhorst said the other day when he was on either Get Up or McAfee or one of the shows that he believes the Lakers will cut a deal with LeBron over the next 12 days.
Right.
To keep the other teams out of it.
Right.
And I don't think LeBron's decided what he wants to do yet. LeBron is on a 10-year reunion trip with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're gallivanting across Europe. And Rich Paul came out the other day. Rich Paul was on somebody's show, and I think he was on with McAfee. And he said, I haven't even talked to LeBron about what he wants to do. We agreed that we'll talk about it when he gets back from vacation. But, Portia, to answer your question, if LeBron comes back, I think that the Lakers are going to ask him to take less money, and they're going to offer him other things that might be palatable to him, such as we'll continue to develop Bronny, we'll bring in your friend Kevin Love, we'll make this a memorable experience for you if you come back and play for less money.
Yes.
So I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I think, if that's the sweetener to get LeBron to take a little less, then absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hanging out in the YouTube chat today, and I've been talking to some guys, and they said, why, Kevin Love? He's old. Why do we want him? Guys, Kevin Love's not going to play a lot. He's going to be situational. He would be like a pinch hitter in baseball or a situational left-handed reliever that you would bring in to pitch maybe once a week.
Right.
Kevin Love would be on the roster to help build the team because he's a great guy. And when you had a big man on the other team, like Nikola Jokic or Victor Wembanyama or Hartenstein and Holmgren, he would be the guy you send in for 10 minutes and see if he can draw that big away from the basket. If it doesn't work, they'll just take him out.
Right.
into his contract with a 2027 first-round, 2030 swap. That goes to Utah. The Los Angeles Lakers get Kessler, 4 years, $125 million deal. He's willing to do that. And then the Nets would get Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect, and 2 second-round picks. What do you think about that?
Why would the Jazz do that, Walrus? What are they getting in it?
He does not want to, John, he does not want to be there.
I didn't ask you about Kessler. I asked you about the Jazz. I'm asking you, why would the Jazz
do it?
Well, I think he's going to get dealt, so it's going to come down to what, the best deal is for them. But I don't think he's staying there, John. He's pretty disgruntled. He's had just, zero interaction from what I've read in terms of
Walrus, I'm reading all the same stuff you're reading, and here's the problem. They've already offered him 4 years, $150 million. You said offer him $125 if you're the Lakers. The Jazz have offered Kessler 4 years, $150, and he turned it down. Maybe for some of the reasons you're bringing up, that he doesn't want to be there. The problem is, as a restricted free agent, if the Lakers offer him 4 years, $150, I think the Jazz would just sit for 48 hours, tie up all our cap space, and then re-sign him. They'd match the offer sheet. So you've got to come up with a creative way to get him out of there.
Yeah.
And the package you offered would not entice the Jazz. No, they don't want any of those guys.
I don't think so either. By the way, the max offer to Walker Kessler would be 4 years, $177, which is exactly what the max offer to Austin would be if he goes elsewhere. So, and they offered 4 years, $150. That's not very far away from, they're going to match. I just think restricted free agency is not real free agency. It just isn't.
Yeah, nobody uses it.
Yeah.
No other teams engage. It's a
good way
to throw the players where they think they're getting something, but they're really getting nothing.
Yeah, and as a team, it's a good way to get screwed over by tying up your money while you're waiting.
Strangely, one of the last times somebody used the restricted free agent offer sheet was the Milwaukee Bucks offered DeAndre Ayton 5 years ago a ton of money to come to Milwaukee, and the Suns just matched it.
Wow.
And then they traded him to Portland.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep. All right. Coming up next for you,